Yeah. Amit, thank you so much. That was amazing. What did you actually play?
This was the Schumann Arabesque.
And why did you pick this piece?
Because the day is about education, and as so many people have said this morning, education is a lifelong process, I chose to look at a piece that I had been studying for many, many years, and I think I first started working on this when I was probably about 10 or 11 years old, and it's a piece that has really grown with me. And I think music, like education, is a lifelong process of learning and discovering and learning from failure, like we just heard on the video. And for me, this really embodies the idea of something that progresses with me throughout life and that I'm sure I'll still have many years to learn about.
But I think you're quite good already, isn't he? Yeah, isn't he? Listen. Let's go back to that 10 years you were? When did you find out that you were actually quite good and wanted to become better?
I think I started playing the piano when I was quite young, probably about 5 or 6 years old, and at the time it was a hobby. It was very highly encouraged by my parents, but it was very much something that I did in conjunction with doing anything else that a normal child would do. I became very serious about the hobby, and I worked very hard at it, and when I was about 14, my teacher at the time told my parents that the instrument we had at home was no longer really suitable for me to be working on, and they went and bought me my first, a small grand piano that they could afford at the time. And for me, that made a huge difference. It made me want to practice more and play more and listen more. And I mean, I grew up here in Amsterdam, just down the road, so I used to come here to the Concertgebouw very, very often, and seeing it was so inspiring that at one point it naturally became that thing that I wanted to do with my life.
It's interesting because you know how when you go to a ballet or basketball or soccer game and you see this young boy or girl on the pitch and there's this parent making a fool out of himself. Go! You obviously, you know what I mean, this supposed motivation thing, which is not motivation. Yeah, you basically came to this yourself.
Yes, I came to this myself. I think I probably wouldn't have come to it as easily had we not had a piano at home when I was very little. I mean, both of my parents really love music. My mother played as a hobby when she was a child, which is why we had the instrument at home. And yeah, it was there, it was always around, but it was something that I chose to engage in. Yeah. And yeah, it's something that's always been a love of mine.
And then you're here at the international school. They're obviously a great fan of you. They even got you here again, so thank you. I don't know if there's anybody from the international school here. Applause for the international school for delivering this great young man. But then you failed us. You didn't go to the conservatorium. You escaped and left to London. Or you went to London after the conservatorium?
I was at the conservatorium here in Amsterdam for 1 year.
What happened then?
I found a teacher that I really wanted to work with, the late Professor Jonty Solomon, who was in London, and I moved there for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're still cool. We're still cool. One more question. What's your ambition? Let's say 10 years from now, we're here. You could be a diplomat as well. Are you going to play this piano forever?
Yes, I hope so. I mean, what I enjoy doing, what I'm really passionate about is sharing music with people, and it makes me feel good, and I hope it makes people feel good as well, hopefully. And 10 years down the line, I hope to be doing more of it.
Okay. I hope I have a classical radio show by then, that, you know, because to be honest, I'm not really into it. And obviously, you'll be back to teach these other kids at the international school.
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, we just made that deal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amit.